Okay, let's go ahead. Today we're going to do the reciprocal trigonometric functions. There's actually 6 trigonometric functions. The last 3, because we already do sine, cosine, and tangent, are just the reciprocals of sine, cosine, and tangent. And they are called secant, cosecant, and cotangent. So we'll introduce that notation, that language, and then we will evaluate these functions using right triangle trigonometry and a calculator. That's the plan. So if you draw yourself a right triangle, mark one angle as the reference angle. I marked it with a theta. And then the 3 sides are opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. And we already have the definitions for sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay. The cosecant, which has got a CSC is the way you write it, but it's cosecant, is the inverse of the sine. So if sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. You just flip it. Okay. Right. The secant, which is written SEC as a function, right, is the inverse of the cosine, or the reciprocal. So if cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. Right. 1 over the cosine. And the cotangent, C-O-T for cotangent, tangent is opposite over adjacent, cotangent is adjacent over opposite. Flip it. So it's easy to say tangent, cotangent, those two ought to be reciprocals of each other. How you remember that sine and cosecant go together and cosine and secant go together is kind of up to you. The way that I remember it is that I would have thought that cosine and cosecant could probably go together, but they don't. The two that have the co in it, you would think maybe they would match. They don't. That's the way I think of it. So sine, cosecant, cosine, secant, right? Each one has got a co word in it.